of the object, the greater the potential energy is. So the higher, what is that? All right, New York City. Think of New York City. The Empire State Building. If I were to drop a bouncy, no, I don't want to say bouncy ball, a little toy car off the top of it, well, why not? It would have the greater potential energy of me than dropping something off like a desk. Then it have greater potential energy because it's a higher elevation. Like, if I were, this piece of string, I'm just going to try to bring it up, is taller than I am. So if I were to drop, if it were a person or a human or a thing, you know what you guys mean, to drop something, it'd have more potential energy than me. For example, okay, compare yourself to, say you're a 7-year-old. Compare yourself to a teenager who's like 15. And if you're 15, compare yourself to like an 18-year-old. The older person's gonna have the most potential energy because they're greater in height or greater in mass. And their age is gonna be a little, depending on their age, is gonna make a difference. Okay? So that's pretty much why. Potential energy, kinetic energy. What's an example of potential energy? Now, I just asked, we pretty much went over this, so I was asking it kind of in a way, not really. Can I pause the video? I don't really know. It's up to you guys what you want to do with this video. So I'm going to give you, I'm going to pause it. No, I'm not going to pause it. You guys can pause it, but I'm going to keep going, alright? Alright, here we go. So, potential energy. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is how you do it. Now,
hey.
Alright, let me just take something. A binder. Okay. I have a binder. Now, it's really heavy, so I'm sorry. I gotta grab 2 hands of this, so I'm gonna try to make this best for you guys, but it might not be very well. Okay, that's not what it is. So this is a binder. If I have the potential energy to drop it, and the more if I drop from here, it's gonna have a lot more potential energy. But if I drop just like from here, you're not going to have that much potential energy. I have the potential energy to fall. So, just give me 1 second to put that away. Don't go anywhere. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I am back. Alright, so like I was saying, potential energy, kinetic energy, and even regular energy is anywhere you can find it. And let me see, I want to talk about some more stuff. 1 sec. So, now what's thermal energy? I would think, now thermal energy, you can pause it again if you want to think for a minute to yourself, what's thermal energy? But right now, I'm going to tell you. Thermal energy is kinetic energy of moving particles of a substance or object particles. I'm sorry, over an object. I'm sorry, I just added a word from up there and I didn't see it. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to read it again. So, thermal energy is kinetic energy of moving particles of a substance or object. Now, so that's pretty much what thermal energy is. There's really nothing to say about it. If you want more information on it, you'd Google it or, find another website. I mean, there's really nothing I can tell you guys about that unless you guys have more questions. Like, it's kind of just, it's one of those things, you can explain many things, but there's some things it's hard to explain. And I can't put into words. Okay, so that's what thermal energy is. And it's pretty much straightforward. It's like, if you can just find something you can read from, ask a friend, a teacher, so like an adult or guardian. If you can find someone who knows about that, that's great. Like, I know about it, I just can't tell you, put it into words. Like, it's hard. So most people can, but some people, these are some things you can't put into words. So I want to go on. But I can try to explain a little bit. It's maybe a little hard. It's thermal energy. It's like, see, I can't say it, it's hard. Thermal energy is just too hard for me to explain, so I'm just going to keep going on to the next one. If one object is warmer than another, what do you concur about the movement of the particles, atoms, molecules in the warmer object? So you can pause it again if you want to think to yourself, or I'm going to just keep going and tell you. I said, and this is correct, that it does not have potential energy. See, we said anything has potential energy, correct? Correct. Good. But if I take something really hot and like for example, I go to Orlando, then I fly right to Antarctica. It's not gonna have potential energy. The flying will, of course it will, or the driving or whatever you're doing will. But like the movement of that, I had the potential energy to move, but to do it, I didn't have potential energy. Okay. What is heat? Now we all know what heat is. It's like we all say, it comes from the sun. You all have like your own little thing, so you can pause it again if you think you want to try to find it yourself, or I'm just gonna tell you. Mom, Brooklyn's at. Oh, excuse me for a minute, guys. The cat Brooklyn's at the door. I'm on a video. I'm still working. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Brooklyn, she's coming. Sorry. Okay, so potential energy. I'm sorry, not potential. Heat. Thermal energy that is transferred is called heat. So it's anything that has energy and is transferred. And it's hot. Like it's sweating hot. Well, if you saw that was my small fry coming out. She's an indoor cat, and Brooklyn's an outdoor cat, kind of, yeah. Alright, we're just going to get back to this video. So, that's what pretty much that heat is. Heat transfers from... Now, I'm going to ask you two questions. I'm going to ask you one question, but it's going to be multiple choice. Alright? So, listen carefully. Alright. So, I'm going to ask a question. Heat transfers from blank to blank materials. So you have heat transfers from hotter to colder, or heat transfers from colder to hotter. So you can pause it, or I can just tell you, I'm going to keep going, or you can try to think about it. So I'm going to keep going, and it's the answers. Heat transfers from hot, to colder materials. And I'm kind of want to quiz you guys a little bit. Now, I didn't really go over a lot of this, so I'm not going to quiz you till we're done with this video. It's not going to be about like, take the quiz, click the button. I'm just going to ask you guys. Alright, cool. Is heat transferred through collision of particles / direct contact? And I want to say something about this video before I keep going. Your teachers can explain it, but sometimes you need a kid to explain it. Like, I'm a kid, like you guys. I can explain it to you guys. Blank is heat transfer from collision of particles / direct contract. So I'm going to read this one more time because I kind of broke that up a little bit. Blank is heat transfer through collision of particles / direct contact. Alright. Again, try to think. Try to just think for a minute. What can that be? I'm going to give you some choices. And these might not go with all the questions, so don't say, oh, I got that wrong. I wonder if that's like goes with this question or not. If I give you multiple choice, don't think it's going to go with the next question of whatever. It might not. Just listen to the question and the multiple choice. So the ones I want to give you for this one is A, radiation, which we haven't went over. So I'm going to just say, you might not know it. You know, I'm not going to give you multiple choice for that one because I have to go over that, and I didn't really get to go over that yet. So, this answer to this question, you can pause it, or I can just keep going. I'm going to keep going. It's called conduction. Conduction is heat transfer through collision of particles / direct contact. Now, I want to ask another question for the next question. Blank is heat transferred through fluids, liquids, and gases as the particles move around. Do you guys know that? Alright. I'm going to just keep going. I'm just going to tell you the answer. You can pause it and think about it, or I'm just going to keep going like I'm going to keep going right now. It is convection. Alright? Now, the last question is I'm going to do with you guys. Blank is heat transfer through electromagnetic waves. Now you can pause it, or I'm going to tell you guys the answer. But you can keep going or stop then or Google it. You know, you guys can Google it if you want, or if you can.